Welcome in, everybody. I know we're just waiting for us to go live here. I'm going to sort out a couple of my cards. What I want to do today is talk to you about some messages I got from Spirit. You guys know I'm a channeler, and this is for, I feel like, my channel, this message. So I'm going to deliver it, and I am just trusting in Spirit that everyone needs to know, because I'm sure not everybody's in this cycle, but I think there's a lot of people in the cycle of rejection, and maybe, and the reason that I feel like it's coming to a head, it's because of the North Node in Aries and the Chiron, the wounded healer. This rejection stuff, this cycle, if you're in a cycle of it, I'm just going to talk while I sort out these cards. I don't even know if I want to do a card pull. But Spirit talked to me about rejection and how it starts when we're young. It does. And like maybe in a family that doesn't really show love. I mean, I kind of was myself, like on my dad's side. None of them people ever could like speak I love you. Like it was really hard. Like it got stuck in their throat. Like they couldn't really do it. Like it was a dirty word. Like it was nasty. Unspoken, like don't talk about it. Don't talk about love. It's dirty. I don't really know. But it was like this energy. Like my dad never freaking said it. I think he told me once in my life that he loved me. And I'm pretty sure it was when I had my first child, and he just kind of said it. It really did get stuck in his throat. And anyways, so there's this feeling of rejection when no one says it, like, or that it's bad or something like that, some kind of feeling coming on in. So I'm gonna look here and make sure I can get on here because I'd like to chat with you guys if you're wanting to do that. Okay, so I've got that chat on. And so let's see. All right, so I'm gonna look at my notes now so I can tell you guys. Yeah, I have my glasses. Okay, good. So, rejection. All right, so this is also like, I was feeling like South Node energy here because South Node right now is in Libra, and so Libra are kind of like, just as a general rule, people pleasers. They want everybody to be fine all the time, and they don't care how far they have to go in order to make that fine feeling come on in, right? And so the South Node is like, Spirit is saying, like, you're gonna have to let it go, you know? So I feel like this rejection cycle is kind of part of an old cycle that needs to go. Now, the cool thing is, like, we got the energy of the Emperor saying, like, take charge of your life in the North Node, right? You're the ruler of your life. We got that energy just pulling us toward it. And then we have the South Node energy, which is like what is there in this reading right now is this cycle of rejection. So if you're not in that, then maybe this isn't for you. But if you are in a cycle like that, then I feel like you should listen, because the Neptune is retrograding, which takes rose-colored glasses off things and makes you look at things realistically. It's like you're looking suddenly at the face of the real truth of everything, even the rejection, right? Um, so also the other thing that's retrograding in our solar system from June 30th to November 15th is Saturn. And this is a planet of huge decisions. It's about limits and lessons and responsibility and our soul planet. And it's a time to reassess options. It's time to break cycles. It's time to lean into a vision of happiness. And this is what the Saturn in Pisces is kind of like. That's where it's directing our attention. So we're leaving behind old cycles. So let's talk about rejection, you know? So how do you deal with it, you know? So you have someone in your life and they've walked away, let's say. It's a love situation, you know, or it's a family member or whatever. So what are you going to do about it? I came across this. Ignore those who diminish your value. Choose not to engage, to reflect your own, to deflect your own value, you know. Don't do it. Ignore people that think that you aren't valuable. I have been really seeing a lot of this in my life this summer. Um, I mean, from work to friendships to I can't even believe it. And it's all about the value, you know? And so it's all about like, am I going to like try and make myself smaller so that you're happy? You know what I mean? Like, am I going to like have to stoop down to somebody's level? It's like, So here's what happens. Somebody doesn't want to be with you. They want to reject you. They think you're whatever, whether it's in family or work or love. Choose not to engage and focus on yourself. Find a good book, read, learn, redirect your energy to what matters for you, your personal development. You know, you thrive in spite of rejection. You know, your value isn't diminished by others' opinions of you. That's also Emperor energy versus Libra energy. You know what I mean? It is because Libra wants to make everybody happy. And the Emperor says, I don't fucking care what you think, you know? So you've got these two polarities like pulling at us, all of us. This is what's happening with the astrology, you know? So free your mind from these other people. Like focus on stuff that you like, you know, like erase them from your thoughts. Acknowledge the rejection and use this energy to propel you forward. It's a sign to redirect your path. You know, someone rejects you and you just like, what do? We chase them. We like send them another message. We like trying to get a response. They are triggering something in us. And it's this feeling of abandonment. It's this feeling that we've had probably since we were little. If there's someone triggering you and making you feel rejected, go deeper. Go deeper in you. It's not about them. This is a soul friend coming in to let you see that you're valuable. Let you see that you find your own value. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not hinging on another person, your value. But I feel like sometimes society kind of does that to us, right? What do we value here? We value lots of money. We value high education. We value, you know, whatever we value, right? So what it's saying is that whatever happened, this rejection that just triggered you recently, it's a sign for you to go a new way. There's new adventures, and spirit is saying like, do it. Go on the new adventures. You're going to find new soul friends, and they're going to be people who want to listen. They're going to people that want to like interact with you. There's mutual growth with these soul friends, right? And then you'll see that the rejection was a push into a new path, a better one. So avoid impulsive emotional reactions. Instead of reacting, ask yourself, why is this certain thing affecting me like this? Remember that this too shall pass. Stay being polite. You know, don't have any expectation. True power is in how you respond, and the inner peace comes from the calmness. It's our own insecurity that hurts us, you know, and to allow someone else's opinion or their action of what? Rejection, their action of rejecting you. It's, it doesn't, it shouldn't have any effect on you, because inner peace doesn't come from other people, it comes from you. This is a self-confidence journey. I thought that was interesting, right? Because our soul journey is a self-confidence journey, right? And so this is where we're at if we're in this cycle. It comes only from you, and it brings personal growth. View each rejection as a change to be stronger. Work on the things that show your skills and shine brighter. When one door closes, another one will open. Where are your skills most needed? Realign your strengths. Make your own way. Practice empathy with yourself and others. Grow from all of it. Affirm your value. Rejection isn't the end, it's the beginning of being your authentic self. Hello. Rejection isn't the end, it's the beginning of you being authentic. You hear that? Do you hear how important these rejection situations can be? Embrace the silence. Like, so let's say there's no contact, right? Don't message them, don't call. Recalibrate yourself during the silence. This is a time for reflecting, redirecting, and resetting your path. Where's the reset button? It's not cold, it's not cruel. It's, I respect myself too much to chase you anymore. You have other things to do, and you just don't get provoked by them. It's like, whatever, man. I fucking, I'm on my own deal. This is what helps you move forward, is realizing that this is your path. So people come on here to come into our path to trigger us, but it's really about our own growth. So I know that we want to like resent these people who trigger us. We do, but that isn't what it's about. This is really a friend, a soul friend, somebody that you know deeply. So it's a chance for you to show yourself what you're capable of, refine your skills, dedicate yourself to you. You don't need to broadcast your plans, just do it. Because for you to watch you make, like, you're the one who has your own plan, right? And then you watch yourself make that plan happen. You make it come true. You know what happens? You gain your own self-approval. You know what I mean? It really kind of makes yourself look a little bit different when you manifest something that you want, because you're working on it, you know, like that's what your thoughts are. You're not thinking about this rejection, you're thinking about you. It's a journey toward personal essence. It will surprise others, but you don't really care anymore. You know, like you don't. You're happy inside of yourself. So there's no stewing in bitterness. Explore new interests, hobbies, make friends, and get involved. Moments of connection. Each exchange of friendship brings in the true magic and opens up things that you've not even experienced. You naturally become more flowing, go with the flow kind of feeling, right? Um, what what is your own how do you see your own status of your personal development? How do you see it? Like, if you looked back, let's say, I don't know, look back 1 year ago, how much has changed for you? Look back 5 years ago and see how much has changed since then. Like, where's your growth been? Where do you see it? You know what I mean? I feel like it's kind of time for you to start hanging out with people who think like you, who have the same intentions as you, because it allows you to like be able to be comfortable being you. You know what I mean? So let's say you're really into meditation. Let's say that's your thing. You know, like maybe you go try a yoga class, meet some people. I feel like you can have a lot of growth here, and these are people who think like you, and so you get to observe, you get to be part of it, you get to evolve, you get to be comfortable in it. And then you kind of start to see like, wow, the rejection that I felt is really been an opportunity for a positive transformation inside of me. Like instead of focusing on this person not wanting me, not loving me, I'm actually moving toward people who think like me. And I'm really more comfortable with myself because I'm hanging out with people that really think like me, right? So if you're being ignored by someone, right, it says let them. Don't waste your energy trying to open a dialogue with them. Your worth doesn't depend on them. Just what is your response, you know? What is it? What's your response going to be? Like none? Maybe just polite? Maybe just, I'm here for growth, not for games. I feel like you're realizing that you're self-sufficient and you value your peace more than you value someone's approval. That's a powerful statement, isn't it? You are self-sufficient and you value your peace more than someone else's approval. So then the next thing was like to practice silence, because it's a really great way to like self-reflect. It's the way for your emotions to evolve. When you analyze yourself and then you become like wanting to like hold that inner peace to you, because you're opening up to self-knowledge and what your values are, what your virtue is, you know? Like you're really kind of like analyzing really the real truth of the whole you, body, mind, soul. And that's where you choose to change that cycle that you've been in. You're like, that energy, you know, like, so maybe you find yourself trying to trace it back, like, why am I in this situation with, it's gone on ever since I was a child, you know? And so maybe you need to trace it all the way back to the root of the problem, you know, like maybe it's like you never felt good enough for your parents. Let's just say that. Like it's a pretty simple thing. And I think a lot of people feel like that. Like no matter what you did, it just wasn't enough. Then we grow up and then we're just constantly chasing that, chasing that, chasing that, that. Please approve of me. Please love me back. Please, please, you know? Like spirit is going like, man, babe, all those answers are in you, not the other person. Like you're not, it's not gonna help you to like, you don't need approval from someone else. You need the approval from your own self. You know what I mean? It's talking about not begging for attention and diving into your independence, reaffirming your own value, and you realizing that your value is non-negotiable. And it's a fact. You know you're valuable. You know, you can feel it. And you're going to notice the value that you offer when you hang out with people who share the same values as you. Have you ever thought of that? Like maybe the person that's rejecting you doesn't even really dig anything that you're about. And that's fucked up. I mean, why would you care what somebody like that thought, you know? So, external validation, not important. So I feel like that's kind of like the big lesson here, right? External validation. And it's really all about them damn nodes, really, if you want to talk about astrology. It's about North Node saying, like, I am the I am. I am that I am. I am divine. Like it's like you realize it. You're the creator of your own life. And you choose you. And you just keep practicing self-empowerment, right? So I feel like that is kind of the gift from breaking free of the cycle, like realizing maybe, like I was saying before, like maybe the person doesn't is rejecting you because they don't share your vision. And like, why would you care if it is your vision? If it's really your beliefs, why do you care what that person thinks? You know what I mean? I feel like that Neptune retrograde too, kind of like showing us the truth of the story, of this rejection. I feel like we're not going to have any choice but to like look at it for what it really fucking is. It's a chance to like walk the fuck in a new direction. They rejected us because spirit is saying like, God dang it, you're the power. You can't care what other people are thinking. Like you can't hinge your value on them. So be kind without any kind of emotional turmoil. Smile with no expectation of reciprocity. You can control your actions, but not others' reaction. So don't let any indifference disturb your peace. You'll discover that you can embrace serenity and respect for yourself and others. Continue life with determination, not to prove something to someone, but to reaffirm your strength and your self worth to yourself. Emotional resilience, display of wisdom, being grounded in your own authentic self. Rejection is a step forward to self value, self love, and inner peace. Here's some affirmations. I am peace. I am authentic. I am the master of resilience. I am power. I am free. So those are the channeled messages I got, and I just feel like it's really kind of like happening in the sky. So I feel like whatever that kind of like, whoever you're trying to get to approve of you, and they just don't. I hope that it all becomes very clear over the next few months, because you have all the planets like cruising in that direction, trying to help you just understand your power and like your purpose. So whoever is rejecting you is probably going to end up being a friend at some point. They probably always have been. Okay. So this is your opportunity to take a new direction. And I'm doing a collective reading. Spirit, thank you so much for the beautiful channeled message today. I sure felt good receiving it this morning, and I love you so much. And thank you for bringing in all the people who need to hear it and the solution of it. So now we're going to look into the Akashic records, and I just want to know, because I know this is all pre-planned with the planet. So let's just give me a message about what the channel was. Oh yeah. You see, I feel like all of the experiences that we have here are like the things that cause the major arcanas, the lessons, right? Okay, so I feel like there's something being built here, intricacies and industries, and I feel like it's a person, it's a human, it's you, it's you, like the details of you. I feel like you're figuring it out in this energy. You're figuring out who you really are, and you're not like hurrying through it. You're taking your time, you're measuring, you're calculating, you're very honest, you're like clear cut, right? With this card. Like I'm trying to get all the messages off this card is what I'm thinking. Like it's like you're building this human, and it's a structure that's going to last forever, right? um and what I mean by that is it's like your self-worth, and you're being very um detailed about it. I feel like the muse is here. So you could be having some good ideas during this time too. Like remember in the reading when it was saying like focus on you, focus on, doing things that make you happy. And I feel like that's what it's saying. Like you're having this energy like during this rejection cycle ending, because you're ending the cycle is what's happening. You're walking away and you're saying like seriously, if it's your mom, your dad, whatever, you're like, you know what? I am over. I don't need your approval. I have my own approval. Like, what makes you think that you're more important than me approving of myself, right? Something like that going on. I feel like some of it is got something to do with the muse card. So this could be like creating things. It could be painting, writing, speaking, right? I'm thinking speaking because Gabriel's here. This could be like maybe you're going to be a counselor or a journalist, or you're called on to express your feelings, you're called to write, publicly speak. Like, these cycles that last a lifetime, like I'm talking about with the rejection reading, they are exactly why we came. We came to bust through it. We came to break through the other side of it, not let it control us, and really find our authentic self and embrace it and love it, right? I do feel like there's something about community here. Like, remember when it said to like reach out and find like-minded people? I feel like move in that direction here. Somewhere where you can tell your truth and no one's gonna belittle you. It's a welcome energy. It's home. This is soul family is what I feel like. So this could be coming in. Yeah, I feel like you're understanding like, wow, this is the perfect card. This is the perfect card. This particular Queen of Wands. The reason I'm saying it's a perfect card is because she's standing on the water, which is emotions, right? And she's commanding like the whole universe. She knows that she can. She knows that she has the power to do that. She's that confident. She's standing on top of the water too. But she's also embracing every piece of her, like, and everything about it that makes things beautiful, right? Like, so look at the moon, like, right? So this is supposedly like your dark side, right? This is like showing the dark side, but look at that beautiful sunset. Look at that, like, all the beauty that comes with the darkness, with that moon shining down, you know? And then the light too, like this is like the other piece of you, your human side, well, I guess the shadow side would be the human part, probably, right? And the soul would be the sun, I guess. Um, Maybe like that, right? It doesn't really matter. It just means that no matter what, you're just accepting all of it, like your flaws. You realize how the flaws in you make you beautiful. Like this would be even like embracing the way you look, because she's confident in her beauty and her power and her. And this is like, no matter what, like, I think that aging is hard. And so I'm going to talk about it because it's kind of what I know, right? Because I'm kind of going through it. But it's hard to like look in the mirror and see how much I've changed, like physically. Like I don't look the same at all as I did even 10 years ago. Like, wow, I have aged like, whoo. And sometimes I look at it and I just don't know that I see any beauty in it. But this bitch does. I mean, she accepts it all. She's like every wrinkle, every stretch mark, every tattoo, every scar. It's who I am, and I love it. It shows who I am. This reminds me too of a song. I'm hearing it here. Have you ever heard this story by Brandy Carlisle? I mean, she's talking about the story of her life and why she came here, and the scars that she has, and what they tell about her. You know, the story doesn't mean anything if you have no one to tell it to. I can't remember how that goes, but every time I hear that song, I think about my kids, because it's talking about scars and like, you know, I mean, who cuts us the deepest? Our kids. They, at least for me, that's my deepest love, and I feel like we have scars from all of that, and part of it is wrinkles, and part of it is, you know, loss of sleep and gray hair, and you just are coming into this place where you love all of it. You know what I mean? When you close out that cycle, you walk toward the people who have shit in common with you, instead of trying to convince whoever that you're good enough. Like, fuck them. I feel like fuck them. I feel like this is the time to really reflect on the reality of who you are. Dark, light, indifferent. Who are you to the bigger picture of thing, you know? Like, this Ark of the Covenant is pretty cool card. It's about being true to your soul contract. It's about living up to your soul contract. And I feel like there's some place here where you realize that's what's happening. You know what I mean? Like, even the rejection. And maybe that's why this message is here, just for you. But we're in the middle of this energy, all of it. The wounded from the childhood, the wounded from a love situation, the wounded, this rejection that we felt maybe our whole life. And here you are, loving every fucking bit of it in the Queen of Forces. And you're also understanding where you fit in this purpose, in this, you know, what is it? What is my higher purpose? I might not know the whole thing, but I know I'm going the right direction. And I know that it has something to do with sharing my light and my love with the world, you know? So I feel like, you know, and then again, like, remember in the reading when I was talking about it, it says, like, you know, don't let your emotions take over here. Like, stop and take a little silence. Like, go inside and see, like, where is this shit coming from? Because this card says don't get pulled into the emotional part. Like, just don't do it. Like, that's not what this is about. This is about you finding yourself, accepting yourself, loving yourself, every freaking part of it. And I feel like over this retrograde thing, which is lasting like until winter, I think that's what's happening to us. And I think that it's going to be little by little where we just like see more beauty in ourselves and accept more beauty. And we walk away farther and farther away from trying to get someone to say that you're good enough. You can say it to yourself. In fact, it's more powerful when it comes from yourself. And if your human cannot wrap its head around it, then go inside, get very silent, meditate, dig deep, go in deep, and say, higher self, like, and this would be like honestly putting in the effort to receive the answer, to receive like the knowledge, like, show me what's so fucking good about my stretch marks. Then here I am, I'm waiting, I'm open to receive why this made me beautiful, you know, like, whatever. I feel like that about my stretch marks. Do you guys? I just think they're so deep and ugly, but man, I got 4 beautiful babies. I mean, my skin just had to stretch to make those babies happen. Worth it. You see? Loving it. Finding the beauty in it. Proud of it. Yeah, I'm proud of these scars. Proud of these scars. And that song that I was thinking of a minute ago, that story don't mean anything if you got no one to tell them to. It's true. I was made for you. Okay. Do you know what that is saying to me right in this moment? That is a really in this reading, and the reason it's here is because that's you and your higher self. The story doesn't mean anything if you got no one to share it with, right? It's true. I was made for you. Do you know why our human was made? Do you know why it's here? It was made for the soul. It's here because the soul wanted to experience you. Exactly. You. Stretch marks and all of it. And so this is like the moment where we get to really embrace that reality, because there's no Neptune causing it to seem like an illusion. We're looking at the reality of our life, the reality of all the experiences that made us who we are, and we're embracing it. And you know who you have to say thank you to, right? The one who triggered the rejection. Because that's why you're here. That took that trigger in order for you to like get to this place. Yeah. Trust yourself and go for it. Your energy is reflecting Michael's strength at this time. So like you don't even know. Look at these two angels, big archangels here in the reading, right? And the Two of Forces, this is the willow tree. This is about you standing confident in your truth, you standing confident in yourself. Like you realize it, like, oh my God, this is a time of peace, Spirit is saying. Your strength is like phenomenal. You're shining. You're shining. And people are noticing it. Like you are going to move mountains here. I don't know what you're doing or whatever, but this rejection thing is a big kind of bump in the road. And honestly, it could take the whole time of the retrograde to really embrace really your true beauty. You know, it could. I mean, because it'll be little by little by little, you'll get more clear and more clear about, I don't know, just how that happened, started happening, maybe when you're young, you know, like you're really, I feel like in deep reflection here. And so this is the Akashic records for this transit. This is the purpose of all these retrogrades. It's for you to find your strength and to love yourself and to accept all of it. Like it's really honestly saying that, you know, with that queen. She accepts everything about herself and finds it beautiful. So I feel like, I don't know, but that's pretty much what I got for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed the reading, and I hope you're having a groovy day. And I love you guys, and I hope you figure out that you're the shit, you know? I really do. I hope you find that place of, God, I am the most awesome being, you know? Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, and I love you.